What's up everyone, Andrew Baena here, and I haven't changed my pants for 3 videos straight. I wasn't gonna do a full demo video on this guitar, but I have been having so much fun playing this thing that I decided, fuck it, let's just do it anyway, shall we? So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at this guitar. This is an Edwards Snapper 7-string in this beautiful twinkle pink finish, and this is the signature guitar from Takayoshi Omura, who is one of the guitarists in Baby Metal. This video is not sponsored or affiliated with Edwards, ESP, LTD, anything like that. I bought this guitar with my own money when I was over in Japan, and if you want to see the process of getting this guitar, you can actually go check out my Japan vlog, because I think it turned out really good, and I want you to watch that video because I'm really proud of it. But anyways, you already heard how this guitar sounds in a full demo mix in that intro clip there. That was a partial cover of a song called Divine Attack by Baby Metal. I have this guitar tuned down to drop G sharp, and in the rest of this video, I'm going to talk about the specs and features of this guitar and a little bit of background information on this brand, because I know a lot of people in North America have never heard of Edwards before, and I thought they were kind of neat while I was over in Japan. So first and foremost, let's talk about the specs of this guitar. So we are looking at this beautiful twinkle pink finish, which has like kind of like a rainbow sparkle thing going on. It looks absolutely beautiful when you do, rotate it around like that. It's a little hard to get it to come across on camera just how sparkly it is, but I think it looks awesome, and it's paired with this gold hardware, which is a nice complement to the pink, as well as a perloid pickguard right there. For the pickups, we are looking at an EMG 81.7 and 85.7 in the bridge and neck respectively. Originally, this guitar had a volume knob, a tone knob, and then a dummy tone knob, which actually didn't do anything, and I didn't like that at all, because when I play guitar, my pinky does this, and it basically hits exactly that spot. I hate that layout on all Strat type guitars, so I decided to just get rid of the tone knob that was down here since it wasn't doing anything anyways. So I threw that away and just moved the volume and the tone knob down a slot. I still need to fill this spot with like a plug or something like that, but for now, you just get to see a hole in the guitar, so yeah, sorry. In addition to the volume and tone knob that are remaining, we also have a 3-way pickup selector up there. The body is made out of alder. It is a bolt-on guitar, as you can see there, with a hard maple neck and a Pau Ferro fretboard with 22 frets. Last but not least, on the back of the headstock here, we also have gold Goto locking tuners. Every guitar should have locking tuners, so I'm glad that this has that. And then the bridge, which honestly I am not going to be using. I pretty much have it fully tightened so it doesn't actually work, because I don't like floating bridges. But there is one there. You can see it on the back. There's no cavity plate, which is kind of interesting. Battery cover here as well. But anyways, this is a WCS-TSM7 bridge. I have no idea what that is, and I'm not very familiar with floating style bridges at all, because I never use them. So if you know what that is, there you go. So that is all the specs and features of this guitar, and now what I want to talk about is what this brand actually is. So if you're unfamiliar with this brand, like I said earlier, this is called Edwards, if it'll focus. There, maybe. Yeah, there you go. And this is more or less a sub-brand of ESP guitars. From my understanding, these are designed by ESP and are actually made in China in an ESP-owned factory. So from my understanding, this is made in China. However, the factory that makes them in China exclusively makes ESP products. Whether that matters to you or not, there you go, there's that information. And then I think it is sent back to Japan, where final assembly and quality control is done, and then from there you can buy them. So they're not made in Japan, they're like assembled in Japan, built in China, kind of a little hybrid situation there. But it feels really good. So I have experience with a few other LTD guitars. One of the ones that you've seen a lot on my channel is an LTD SCT-607B, which is Stephen Carpenter from Deftones' signature 7-string. So I'm very familiar with that guitar, and that's kind of like the highest quality LTD you can get, kind of like the 1000 range. And this to me feels pretty much on par with that quality, if not a little bit better actually. So I paid around $2,000 Canadian for this guitar, which is about the same price as a high-end LTD would be around here. Definitely less than a ESP, but around the same price as that. But you're kind of getting a little bit higher quality for a little bit less money. It's just you have to, go to Japan to get one or import it, which adds a ton of other costs, which I had to do because I had to ship it home because I did not have room to bring it on the plane with me. So it ended up being a little bit more costly than I anticipated. However, I still feel like for the price that I paid, it was a reasonably good deal, and I don't regret it so far. Now, I know some people will think it's weird that that I basically immediately modded it by swapping these around, but like I said, I don't really use this type of bridge, and I definitely don't use all of these knobs. In fact, I would actually prefer it if it was only a volume knob and no tone at all, because I never use tone knobs. So that's just up to personal preference, but as it stands out of the box, obviously it was perfectly fine. That's just something that I liked to change personally. So that's a little bit of backstory, if you will, on what Edwards is exactly and why I chose to pick this guitar up. I go into way more detail about that in my Japan vlog, which again, you should go watch. And the reason that I wanted to buy this was because while I was in Japan, I thought it would be cool to buy a guitar that was exclusive to Japan. And in addition to that, this just so happens to be a signature guitar from a Japanese artist, so it was an added bonus. And I thought it was one of the coolest souvenirs I possibly could have come home with, so I had to have it. So that pretty much does it for this video. This is a little bit more informal than my standard gear demos where I would go into more details, but this time around, like I said, this isn't sponsored. This guitar wasn't sent to me. I just like this guitar and I wanted to show it off a little bit more in its own dedicated video because I've been having a really good time playing this. As for things I don't like about it, like I already said, I don't like the 3-volume tone layout thing, but that's an easy swap. It's also 25.5-inch scale, which I don't remember if I mentioned that, which is a little bit short for a 7-string, but, you know, it's fine. For like drop A-ish, it's okay. I have other 7-strings that are 25.5, and for that tuning range, it's perfectly fine. Obviously, it would be nicer if it was longer, but hey, it wasn't enough to stop me from buying it, so I guess I don't really care that much. But anyways, like I was saying, that's pretty much it for this video. This is a little bit informal, a little bit shorter than normal. If you're not familiar with my channel, I normally do gear demos that are a little bit more in-depth than this on a ton of other guitars from other brands like the ones you can see in the background here. So if you've never seen one of my videos before and you like guitars, be sure to subscribe for more videos. And again, please go watch my Japan vlog. If you are ever planning to take a trip to Japan, first of all, I would highly recommend it. And second of all, in that video, I recommend a bunch of guitar stores that I think you should go to if you're going to Tokyo, Osaka, or Kyoto, so go check that out. And last but not least, I want to give a massive thank you to all my Patreon members whose names are on the screen at this point in time. If you're interested in audio downloads, stems, or a shout out on the screen, you can find all of that over on my Patreon page. Thank you so much for watching. There will probably be more of this guitar on this channel in upcoming videos. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later.